Greetings, fellow songwriters and seekers, and welcome to Muse and Measure, where songwriting meets spiritual practice. Today's question comes from Xi'an, China, a lovely city in the center of China where the terracotta warriors are. Beautiful city with beautiful fountains, great food. Love the bang bang noodles especially. But Todd from Xi'an writes, "My weakness is writing lyrics. How can I come up with the initial idea for a good song lyrically and then make good decisions along the way lyrically?" Excellent question, Todd. And this is, this is what is daunting for people if they try to sit down and, sit down with a pencil and a blank piece of paper, like, what do I want to write about? Well, unless you're going through some kind of emotional hardship, or you're pissed off about something, or maybe you're overjoyed about something, that you have some kind of inspiration that I want to express something, a lot of times we don't have anything to say. And that's where your ideas bank comes in. And you can pick one of those ideas and then fill out the lyrics. Now, the main thing that you want to have when you're writing lyrics is, what is the point? What am I trying to express in this song? And even better, what is the hook? What is the line that is going to be repeated again and again? If you listen to most songs, the chorus has the title of the song often repeated every single time. And if you take country music, usually the last line of a verse and what's repeated in a chorus is the hook. Okay? And so once you have that line, that is going to be your main point, and all the other lyrics are going to serve that line. You can think about it like writing an essay. You have your thesis statement. What is your main point of your essay? And then the rest is the supporting details and explanation that support that thesis statement. The same goes for writing songs. Once you have that hook, that line, the rest is serving that. And then, of course, then you have to make good decisions about that. We'll get to that in a minute. So a few years ago, I was in a meditation retreat, and I had a great teacher, and she was talking about going through a breakup. And she was talking about all the things that you can do when you're going through a breakup to try to mediate the pain and suffering. So going out and hanging out with friends, spending a lot of time with friends, doing fun things, spending time alone, but doing really rewarding things and pampering yourself, just so you get used to being alone and you have some pleasure with that. Getting plenty of exercise, getting good sleep, traveling. And then she said, or just fall apart. And that shot through my heart right there. And when you hear a line like that, that's something special, that is an emotion that really resonates. And so I wrote that down in my songwriting journal, and it sat there for a couple years. And then when I was thumbing through later, I was like, that sounds like a country song to me. And so I had my hook, which is just fall apart. And then I remember that the teacher was like talking about all the ways to basically not fall apart, but then you get to just fall apart. So that became the structure. So I've come up with lines about all the other things you can do except fall apart, and then you just fall apart. Okay? So I'll sing you the first verse. I could open up a bottle and drown my broken heart, numb out all the memory from the hurting part. I could drive on out of town and make a brand new start, or just fall apart, or just fall apart. Okay, so that's the first verse. So as you can hear, every line supports the main point, which is, or just fall apart. I could open up a bottle and drown my broken heart. Okay, so I could get drunk and numb out all the memory from the hurting part. So I can get drunk and to drown my broken heart and basically numb out, not feel anything, not feel this pain. Of course, as anyone who's drank with a broken heart knows, that doesn't work. It just makes you miss the person all the more and pine and really suffer at an intense level. So that doesn't work. I could drive on a town and make a brand new start. So you could just leave town, start all over, change your name, change your address, whatever. Of course, that doesn't work either. So that became pretty evident that, you know, that all these lyric ideas were basically these flailings of a broken heart and trying to do these things that were just, you know, they weren't going to work. So that's what gave me the inspiration for these lyrics and helped drive the song lyrically. So when you're writing a song and you're writing the lyrics, you want to first of all figure out what is the song about, and then once you have that, if you have a line or a hook, something that you're going to repeat in the chorus or at the end of each verse, all the other lyrics need to serve that in some way. They are the supporting details. Okay? And you can be very poetic with this. You can use a lot of metaphors and similes and try to really express the emotion of that main point and really flesh it out. That's what makes for really good lyrics. And so once you have that, the rest fills it out. Now, as far as the choices you make, I would say in the initial stage, just try to write as much as possible. Get as many ideas out as you can, and then go back and edit. Watch out for cliches, saying the same things that are just not going to land because people have heard them too much. They're desensitized. And then also stay away from too flighty of language, where it's just, you know, your audience is not going to understand what you're talking about. Be sure you ground all your metaphors and abstractions with something that's a concrete thing, like a Pepsi can or a cup or a bottle, so that, you know, people can imagine and get a picture in their mind. So that also what makes for great lyrics is it creates an image in your mind. People can actually visualize it. They don't have to see the music video because your lyrics are creating that video in their mind. These are all great lyric ideas. And I'll flesh these out in this series. I'm about to start a series on songwriting and lyric writing, and I'll flesh these out more. So if you find these videos useful, please hit the little guy on the lotus down there and subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit like. And I'd love to hear your comments down below. Let me know if you have any suggestions, any questions, any criticisms. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, best of luck with your lyric and songwriting.